Um, I'll just speak for myself since I'm the only one here, really. I think I have a problem. I think America and a lot of people on the internet really have this sort of problem. Um, so I catch myself listening a lot to what people have to say. Um, I guess in many ways. For instance, and it's not, I mean, like I said, it's a problem because I feel like it's sort of an addiction in a sense. Um, what am I talking about? I'm talking about listening to people's opinions on certain things, um, and it's really entertainment. Um, it's extra information and things. But for instance, I love listening to certain YouTubers talking about current events um, of sorts. Not necessarily political things. I mean, time to time, um, but more so about subjects I care about. There's not a real problem with that. It's just the constant hearing of voices talking about these things. Um, I feel like it could pose a potential bigger problem for certain things. So, let's say an example is a video game comes out, right? And I'll go look at a review on the video game from like 7 or 8 different sources, okay? Some I've seen before, some I haven't, some I heard before in past videos and things. And yeah, I'll just keep hearing these opinions, these same things. It's like, okay, okay. I'm like being sold on this thing, or I'm not. But I'm just going so deep in the opinion that, um, or their, yeah, objective opinion on the thing, um, or subjective. I always confuse those two. Um, anyway, I'll just listen to them so much and yeah, use that as entertainment and just have all these kind of voices going on about certain things. Where this can become a problem on a bigger basis is, um, like for instance, the news. Something happens on the news, or some current event, some big event happens, and a lot of people are believing it, which may be true or not. Um, Something I catch myself in at times is um, forming my own opinion about certain things before they happen. So I'm just like collecting all this information based off what other people think. And I think that can pose a big problem. Um, I think I think humans are in a time now with the internet and all these voices going out about different things going on around the world, and you have all these different angles on these different things happening where it I feel like it can kind of cloud our own thoughts. And I'll speak for myself. I mean, there's been times where some of my thoughts have been clouded based off of information that I heard from someone else. Could be online or it could be in person. Um, but I feel like as a society now with the internet, um, I'm not saying it's wrong to have all these voices go out and listening to the voices. I'm just saying that sometimes it's really good to just sit with things ourselves and really absorb that information for ourselves. when we receive it. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Going on to that, the problem where I mentioned addiction goes into just the technology in general. Like before I made this video, like right before I was on Instagram and I was just scrolling. I'm not a big social media person. Um, I see things on there. I might scroll for a little bit, for like 2 or 3 minutes, unless something really reels me in. A lot of the time, I'll get reeled in by comedy. I love to laugh. I love different joking, jokingly humorous content. Um, but yeah, it's just like it pulls you in. I was having a conversation with my mother, um, and it was interesting how I phrase it. So, the internet, for instance, we're using wordplay and spells and things. The internet is this web or website, and bunch of websites. You know what the internet is. You're online. You're watching this video. This might have popped up in your algorithm or whatever. Um, so you get this thing called a feed, which is essentially all the things that pop up within your algorithm, right? So within the feed, you have content to consume, okay? So while you're consuming that content, it pulls you in, and sometimes it feels like you're kind of stuck there, or I'm stuck there, like for instance on Instagram. And what is the internet called? The web, a web, okay? So I have this feed in this web that traps me in, and I don't realize I'm trapped until I get the awareness that, oh, this isn't, what am I doing? I was focusing on this, and then now I'm still here and I'm just stuck. And I feel like our mind gets pulled into those places when it comes to all this information. Um, I think it's really wise to use it as a tool, and I feel like it is nice to have it as entertainment. Um, but yeah, I feel something else that came up in the conversation is the internet. So we're talking about a conversation about accessing information. My mom said that she will turn off her screens and all the things and have no sound for like 2 hours, and focus on whatever task she's doing. And that was really good to hear come from her. Um, yeah, because she's one of those people that have her notifications on for a lot of different things, and there's ringing in a time where I just constantly heard this buzz that is just kind of annoying to hear, and it was great hearing her say that. And she started talking about her dreams and things, and almost like lucid dreaming and being aware of when to go to sleep. So we're talking about that in the conversation. I brought up the internet, the web, the World Wide Web, what you're seeing me from here. And I said, you know, the internet, you will get a bunch of information that may or may not be true, but it's all based off of what people want to feed you, what the algorithm wants to feed you. So within the conversation, I said, well, it would probably be wise to do that practice you're talking about when you consciously sleep. And she was saying, something of the sort of, yeah, you can go there and you can access what you want to access. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That sounds like the internet, but it is the inner, INNER, net. So within that, I was saying, you can access whatever you like from that place when you ask the right questions within your consciousness. Those questions being whatever you want them to be. Your own Google inner search. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So we're talking about spells and wordplay and things like that, and how we're being casted all of this information based off of what data is collected from us when we're on the internet. But even so, like, with all this access that we have, it's easy for these companies and AI or whatever to collect our information. I mean, simply speaking, now my phone is sitting right here. I'm sure some thoughts in mind or things will pop up in this from what I'm saying in this video, what I'm speaking now, or what I was looking at 15 minutes ago or so on my phone. It's feeding it. I'm feeding the machine. So where I'm going with all this is, I feel like some discipline and self-control is necessary. I started looking at my phone. I have it set up in my settings. I have an Android phone where I can view they call it digital well-being, which essentially just tracks how much time you spend on each of your apps on your phone daily. It shows the hours and all that for the week as well, and it gives you a review. And I saw this morning is like saying you spend an hour and 2 minutes less this week than last week. I thought that was really interesting. I thought I achieved a goal there. You can actually set up goals and stuff on there. I feel like that would probably be pretty wise for me to do. But yeah, it was good to see that. A good reminder of like, how much time am I spending on this? So yeah, with that being said too, like, how do you spend your time? Ask yourself that question. Like, how do you spend your time? You spend your time doing the things you enjoy? Do you spend your time kind of getting lost in different things? I don't know, if I had to ask myself that question, how I spend time offline. Oh, wow, that was a shake. Still, the volume is being adjusted here. If it's too much, please let me know. I don't want it to be buzzy or anything. But yeah, I've kind of gotten some new little hobbies and things, and that's been nice. Yeah, I just started. I did some improv the other day. It was the first time doing improv at this space, and I really enjoyed it. It really requires a lot of presence and listening and quick wittiness. I feel like my brain kind of processes things in a very dyslexic type of way. I'm very backwards. So it was a little challenging for me, but I got some good feedback from folks. They're saying, "Oh, you're funny. You're like natural at this." That felt reassuring. But yeah, also, yeah, this morning went on a nice hike with a friend and spent time off the phone there, and yeah, did some work on my car, cleaned my car out. Just doing stuff around the house is nice too. It it feels like for me when it comes to a lot of this tech, and when I mean tech, I mean this media that I'm consuming, as like video games or TV shows, or mainly for me, it's YouTube. I'm so hooked on YouTube. Like, YouTube takes so much time, so much screen time, because I'll be driving, I'll have YouTube on, or I'll be working sometimes, I'll have YouTube on and listening to some things, if it's not my music. Um, I just get so carried away. There's just so much information out there and so many cool, fun things, and it can be pretty tiring. A lot of the time, it can be pretty tiring to be plugged in to all this. I'm just glad it's not social media. I don't really get caught. Like I said, I don't really get caught up in that. Like, I noticed, there's some people, and if you're going through this, I wish the best for you, and I hope you get a nice digital detox from this, and go outside and go meet some people, or go somewhere that you've always been interested in going to, and go check out some new things, and like I said, meet some new people. But yeah, a lot of folks go on social media and they compare their lives to other people's lives. I feel like I used to be that way just a little bit. In the past, I used social media, mainly Facebook, to voice my opinions and things like that. I even made podcasts in the past, to voice some certain things, and yeah, it was interesting. That's why I'm using YouTube, because I'm on it so much, and I'm really fascinated with, like, the how can I say it? The parasocial connection that people make. Um, it can be unhealthy too, for sure. But I'm really intrigued by how we're just people online speaking our minds, and becoming so relatable, or just being so relatable to each other, because we're just people online. I don't really um, idolize folks. Um, I try to be in a high sense of um, camaraderie, or be in. It's kind of hard for me to make words or say words when I'm thinking. I don't know. I just feel like when I see people on YouTube and they're speaking their minds and things, and they're so relatable. Yeah, it's like a parasocial relationship. It's like they're familiar in a sense. Like, when I was working at the grocery store and I meet new people, I catch myself even saying this to older folks, like, "Hey, man," or "How you doing? Hey, what's up?" or "Hi." Like, I kind of treat a lot of people the same, even younger kids walking into the store, like, "Hey, what's up, man? You need anything?" Like, I I feel like the relationship between people is really important. So I don't know. YouTube is cool for that. I don't know where my brain is going with all this. Where I'm taking this whole thing, but it's easy to get pulled in. It's easy to get pulled into this kind of content online, and being relatable to folks. And yeah, that's another reason why I'm doing this. And it's not like I don't have any friends or anything like that. Um, it's more so like I'm using this platform to put my voice out there, and maybe help somebody along the way to feel related to what I'm talking about. Um, Maybe people that have a hard time public speaking, or have a hard time articulating words, or people that are very multifaceted in ways. And I'm speaking all these things about other people because those are things about myself, that I feel like, are are things about myself that I'd like to be able to relate with others. Like at times I feel like, and this will be another video, I feel, this is one of the subjects I was thinking about, is I don't feel like I belong anywhere, really. Um, like, I love so many different things. I like to do so many different things. I don't do them consistently, and that's something I want to work on, is making time to do more things I love to do consistently. Like, for instance, I love dancing. I just got into roller skating. I just started doing a little bit of improv. I think I might go next week. Um, I love writing stories. I love music. I love playing music. I love singing. I love learning new things. I might be a little slow at things at times, but yeah, just I love to talk about things I love to talk about. I think everyone loves to talk about things they love to talk about because they love talking about it. But yeah, I love seeing people happy. And I think that, to me, that's the most important. If people are happy and they're happy within themselves and they can share that happiness in some kind of way, like that's what I want to keep doing. You know. Anyway, I'm kind of going on a rant. But yeah, this whole video was kind of more so about um, being hooked on the screen. And my question is like, how can we help each other become more present um, in general? Like, there's so many different things pulling at us. I'll speak for myself. So many different things pulling at me. I have so many interests. I have so many things that I would like to learn and learn about people, really. Like, I love story time. you know? So, yeah, like, how can we become more present? If you have any suggestions in that about how society can become more present and how we can, push our phones away or be off the screen for a bit and do more things in real life and create connection and express ourselves. And I think that's really what's causing a lot of social anxieties and things, because people are inside so much or online so much where it's hard to connect in real life because we're already shifted into another world when we're online. It's the metaverse, I guess. But anyway, I'm going on a little rant. I told myself I wanted to post a video tonight, sometime this weekend, and I'm just about time to go to sleep. I gotta work in the morning. Just started, I don't know if I said this in my last video, but I just started doing construction. I'm doing residential construction. We're renovating a house. So we're tearing a lot of stuff down, building it back up. I'm like 10 months in on this work. I think it's really interesting. I think they're really great skills to have. And yeah, if you're ever into doing any kind of work like that, I urge you to learn it in this day and age, because yeah, a lot of this stuff is being taken over digitally. Like, to apply for a job, you have to have a phone most of the time, or I mean, it's very pretty much you have to have internet access. You gotta apply online. I always urge people, if you want to apply somewhere, go in person, talk to the person who's hiring, or talk to someone that knows someone that's hiring, and get in there in person. I feel like personal skills, social skills are so important to progress in society. That's a whole other video. I have a bunch of topics written down here, but this one's just kind of coming off the top of my head. Kind of what's been on my mind for a while, really. But it really came through my mind today with the conversations I had with my mother and some friends. So anyway, if you like this video, if you like this kind of content, you can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. Um, I'm Raymond. Rebirth James is my screen name. I don't know if I could change my YouTube name. It'd be really cool to just change it to Raymundo, uh, or Ray's Mundo, like Raymond's World or something. I don't know. Rebirth James is it's pretty on brand. I'm always kind of going through these changes. There's always something new going on in my life, more so on an internal level, and yeah, keep on. I'm gonna keep on changing, keep on growing, and transform, and I hope we all grow together. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys take care. See ya.